Nice. Very beautiful topics about video games. So now, chat, viewers, listeners, if this is your first time catching the podcast, first of all, welcome. Thanks for tuning in. If you don't know, when I have a guest on for the first time, I like to take them through the lightning round of questions, just so you guys get to know them a little bit better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask Justin a series of questions. First answer that pops to his head, that's what we're going to get. Justin, anything you want to elaborate on, you're more than welcome to, but you don't have to. If you just want to leave it as your answer, you can do that. Nothing too difficult. Are you ready, good sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. Favorite color?
I'm gonna say orange.
Okay. Cats or dogs?
As I say, as two of them are laying on my feet.
They're like, you better say it.
Yeah, there's a gun on me. You don't know. They've got the laser pointer in their hand, pointed at my forehead. I'm like, answer, Justin.
Favorite game?
Favorite game? It honestly probably is The Last of Us Part 2. Just really liked. I'll admit, I cried several times during that game. I really liked, like I said before, like how much it pushed the boundaries of like what you expect from a narrative. It wasn't afraid of doing something risky, and I just really appreciated that kind of that experience. I don't know, like it just I played it right when COVID happened. We were all inside, and so on the one hand, it was a little devastating to not be able to like go out and like hug someone after that. But no, that I honestly probably the best gaming experience I've ever had is that. Like I just feel like it was. I'm sure it has flaws, of course, but everything felt really well executed. You can tell it was someone's like baby when they made that. So yeah.
Favorite movie?
It's a more recent one, and I'm not quite. I feel like most people have maybe seen it by now, but I really, really did enjoy Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Okay.
Before that, I probably would have said something along the lines of like Interstellar, which I still really hold in high regard to. But I know I found it like really. It took a thing that's not been. It's been kind of a common theme now with like multiverse stuff with like Marvel and different comic kind of minded aspects. But it had like its own fun take on that, and it really pushed like this really strong narrative with like family, especially families of minority groups. And I definitely knew some people that like probably resonated even more with that because they belong to those minority groups.
Sure.
But I don't know. I cried during that too. Like it was such a weird movie and experience, but I don't know. It just hit me pretty hard. Like I walked out of the movie, and I think I said to Jamie, "Like, is that the best movie I've ever seen?" I think it is. Like I bought it, and I've let anyone borrow it that I can think of, and it's like basically walking up to me like, "Hey, my name's Justin. Here's this movie. You should watch it." So, yeah, that's probably my favorite movie.
Okay.
As it stands.
Favorite type of music?
Synthwave.
Okay. Favorite song?
There's a band called Pianos Become the Teeth. They probably play a little bit more what you would, I guess the genre would probably be post-hardcore, which sounds heavy. And while some of their music might be a little bit, the song I'm thinking of is called Say Nothing, and it has like a really long outro. And I don't know, the lyrics are just kind of atypically soft for a band like them too. So I don't know if it's just because that song is different from them compared to most of their stuff, but coincidentally, they also have a song called Repine, which how often do you find a song that has your last name in it too? So that's actually how I found the band, and then I was exploring their catalog and found that song. So that's probably my favorite song, I think.
Okay. What was your dream job when you were a kid?
I think architect.
All right. If you could have any animal to be a pet, what would you have?
She's not looking, but her ears are back. practicality aside, from like me being able to
Sure,
like
this is anything.
meet its needs, the environment it needs. Like I've always really liked. I'm trying to think of there's like of course there is a technical like um, white fur seals.
Oh, okay.
Like those really cute seals that just have the white fur. I'm sure there's a name for like Arctic seal or something like
Sure.
that. But they're just like sea puppies.
Mm-hmm.
They're super cute. I've always really liked them. Yeah.
All right. If you could meet one celebrity, live or dead, who would it be?
Bay Arthur. She was she played Dorothy in Golden Girls.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I've always really liked her. I watched a little bit when I was younger, and then me and Jamie honestly went through the entire series like a year ago, and so good. Pretty progressive for a movie at the time, or a show rather. Obviously involves like four older women, and so like they kind of dealt with some things like ageism and femininity, and social issues here and there. Like I mean, like a lot of sitcoms like would push maybe something was going on like about racism or women's rights, and they would like have episodes that highlighted those like kind of specific issues. So that wasn't so different in that formula, but she had like a really very funny character to me. She kind of gives me I'm not sure if you'll know who this character is, but Lily Tomlin vibes, who is still alive. She does a lot of films now with Jane. I can't think of her name. Oh my goodness, she was in Grace and Frankie, the show. It was on Netflix as well, and it kind of in the same vein dealt with ageism. Two older women in their lives, but so that being said, though, still probably Bay Arthur because she's not with us anymore. There's still a chance for me to have to meet Lily Tomlin, I guess, technically. She doesn't know who I am, but whatever.
There's a chance. Favorite season?
Fall, autumn.
Favorite holiday?
It probably is Christmas. Not that you asked, but like obviously growing up, I didn't have we didn't do holidays. It was based off of the faith I had. So
Sure.
like 20 so years or so, that was not really a question I had an opinion on.
Mm-hmm.
And some people would ask me if I like resented that, which I don't particularly. I mean, you often are the faith of your parents,
Sure.
and that is what that is. But now growing up, or now being the age that I am, and um, having a partner who has a pretty big family, especially a really quiet aunt named
Very quiet.
Your mother,
Yeah.
very quiet, suspiciously so. I do enjoy going up and seeing her family. Like my family, of course, doesn't still really do any holidays at all. So I do really enjoy coming up for Christmas there. And not to say we don't get snow here, but of course it is really pretty up there. And getting to see everyone laugh and get to catch up with each other, like that is feel good to me. I mean, I'm sure obviously she loves it too, but I love seeing her happy with her family and friends, and you've all been really accepting and inviting to me too. So that's always nice to feel that too. So yeah, I mean, Christmas probably
Nice.
for sure.
What is a skill you wish you could have?
I'm trying to think if this is a skill. I wish I was better at swimming.
Okay. Yeah, that's a skill.
I can swim, not very well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it does us any good if Jamie is drowning and I jump in.
Sure.
She's a way better swimmer than me too, but there's a guilt aspect of like if I just sat there and didn't do anything, or do we both dive in and die? Yes, probably swimming. Yeah, like I'm sure there's a ton of other things that would be nice too, but that just seems like the most practical, and I feel like I would alleviate some guilt of um, being able to help out in some scenarios in case of an emergency. And plus, going to people like going up north and the lake and stuff, and everyone's having a really good time on the lake. I can kind of swim, but not too well. So I wish I guess I wish I can enjoy that better. So I need to go to the Y and take some adult swimming classes.
Okay, that's good.
My parents taught my 3 siblings how to swim, and I guess they thought that
3
they
out
would
of 4.
say we'd all live together. We'd all live together forever, and like they're like, Justin, you don't need to know. Like they'll always be there to save you or something.
Sure.
They gave up on the 4th kid. Whatever. I'm obviously not bitter about it.
No, not at all.
No.
Not the holiday thing, the swimming thing.
Yeah, that's right. It's very different. Christmas. I want swim lessons.
Yeah.
You can't have either of those.
All right, last question for you. What is a piece of media you recommend people check out?
I'm gonna plug Allie Ward here. I don't listen to podcasts as much as I would like to, but I also um, don't have the work environment that allows me to be able to like listen to music or which I do sometimes here and there now, but as much as like some other people do, they work alone and they can just play what they want to. But so that being said, I feel like a friend at work recommended her to me, and so she does this podcast called Ologies, and it is kind of what it sounds like. It's just different, the study or sciences of different things. So this host will have different people on, and it's I mean, some things that are just like really common, like about oceans or fossils or dinosaurs or the cosmos, to some really bizarre things about like I'm trying to think pumpkins or science of like squid or procrastination, like all these different things that, like, I mean, if it exists, there's usually a science behind it or people trying to understand how it works. So it's just, I will often, I've listened, it's a big catalog that I'm going through, and I'm trying to catch up with it. But even an episode that I normally would look at the topic for it and think that this isn't for me, I find myself at the end of the episode being like, I'm really glad I listened to that, because she did a really good job of like ask really good questions to smart people, and I'm obviously a proponent of learning new things too. So I've just really been enjoying that podcast series. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, just like I think it's really well done, and there's just so many different topics about it. Like the nature of it is like I think almost anybody could find something with it that really catches their interest, even if you just like scroll through and look for a topic that you like. So, yeah.
Very nice. Awesome. Well, everybody, this has been another episode of The Wait Where We Talk About podcast. My name is Bret, aka Enigma911, and today I was once again joined by Justin. Justin, thanks for hopping on today, man. Very fun episode.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Everyone, if you guys want to catch the podcast live and go over to twitch.tv/Enigma9011, you could drop a follow over there. You'll get notified when we go live, so you can join on the fun and conversation with us. But if you can't catch it live, that's A-OK. You can go over to YouTube and podcast services the very next week, where it's broken out topic by topic and put as one big video and MP3 for your amusement on the following Friday. Last but not least, any way you could support, shares, likes, reviews, subs, whatever it is. It may seem small, but it does help the channel grow. So if you take the time to do that, we would love and appreciate you for it. Justin, once again, thanks for hanging out today, doing this podcast. You did a fantastic job, good sir.
Thanks.
Everybody, thanks for checking out today's episode. Thanks for watching, giving this a listen, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.